I really cannot believe that man's timing. He left police headquarters last night at midnight. Doesn't he ever sleep?
He'll be all right. Where is he now, anyway?
I don't know. I called there at the crack of dawn and he skipped out. He's gone to New York. What the hell is he doing in New York?
I don't know. He should be here finding out who tried to kill Olivia last night.
No, he should be finding Julian or finding Cheryl, putting a stop to this trial. He should be getting you out here.
I can't figure it out.
Because you don't want to figure it out.
What's that supposed to mean?
We don't know where Julian is. For that matter, we don't know where Cheryl is. When Phil's man went there yesterday, they weren't there in the hideout.
Julian doesn't enter into this, huh? I know exactly where he is.
Oh, you polish your crystal ball, and now you can see.
He saw how much hot water there was here for him. You wait, the next call we get will be from the West Coast. Julie will have a whole new life, a new name, an innocent business for her to cover.
And Cheryl?
Probably with him. It's Scorpio that bothers me. He's like a dog after a bone. He keeps digging and digging with Anna still on trial. What are you looking at me like that for? Julian is incapable of killing. Why do you think he came up with the whole cockamamie idea of making the family legit?
That was Julian then, not now.
Just think of it. It was that noble dream that started this whole mess we're in right now. Got Duke Lavery involved. Brought Olivia's lust for power to the top.
Now he's got Cheryl to take care of, and he got the police after them. Hey, that can change any man.
Not Julian. And besides, I don't for 1 minute believe that Cheryl shot Olivia.
No? You don't? Then who shot her?
That's the question. I've been racking my brains. It's got to be somebody I know, obviously.
But
I know too many people.
Victor, you resist the obvious. Who knows Olivia better than Julian? Her own brother.
I'm going to take my shower now. Do us both a favor, will you? Find a better attitude before I come back.
Yes?
Where's Victor? This is important.
He's in the shower. What is it?
Well, I just got a call from the girl I got watching the hideout. Julian is definitely there. Maybe Cheryl's with him.
Then why doesn't he answer the telephone? All right, Phil. Okay, thanks. I'll tell him right away.
Lavery residence.
Duke Lavery, please.
He's not here now. Who's calling?
I must talk to him right away.
Okay. Give me your name and number and I'll have him get back to you.
All right, take this down. Duke must go to this address right away. Cottage number 4, Green Lake. Did you get that?
Yes. Cottage number 4, Green Lake. That it?
Yes, tell him his future depends on his going there. No. What's more, tell him his wife's future.
Got it. I'll be out of here, lady.
I don't know if this helps, but I've been through this. And eventually the good guys do win and you do survive. Plus, you've got everybody in Port Charles pulling for you. Yeah. Thanks very much. That helps a lot. Well, you and Jake need to talk, so I'm going to leave you. Okay, thank you for everything, all of you. You're going to win. Right.
Thank you. I suppose you heard the Scorpio split town all bloody times.
Yes, I called the office and I got the news.
I can't say that I blame him, quite frankly, for that catastrophe he staged last night. What the hell does he run? The Keystone Cops? 1 minute he's a suspect, next minute there's nobody there, everybody's gone.
Duke, please, I've got to discuss what I'm doing.
Yeah, I know that. I'd be very upset at that man's son. He should be here where he's needed.
Duke, calm down. You're not helping anything now. Look, our strategy today is very simple. Anna takes the stand, she tells the truth. She's innocent, and she says so.
That is what happens to worry me.
I know, Duke. It's the only thing
What are you doing? You're handing the DA a case. You're giving Scotty Bolton a case.
Duke! We have more than that. Robert's testimony that the police have evidence that there was at least more than one shooter on the scene. There was an attempt on Olivia's life last night while Anna was locked up tight. We have Anna's own credible appearance. And all that aside, the jury is going to believe Anna's testimony.
Well, I still happen to think it's very risky.
But I have more to lose if I don't testify.
You're not dealing with a lawyer out there. He's a crook. He's a trickster. He'll twist everything to suit himself.
Those people are going to believe me. They're going to believe in me, and they will believe me when I say that I didn't shoot Olivia.
That's right. Anna is this case's best asset. And as for Scotty Baldwin, a jury can see when a lawyer's being a little too cute.
Exactly.
They're going to resent it just as much as we do.
That man can do what he likes as far as I'm concerned.
I don't know how you ended up so brave.
Is that bugging you?
It's pretty sore.
Worse than before?
Yeah, maybe.
Just let me look at it.
You don't have to look at it. The infection's getting better, I can tell. It's just all that walking I did last night.
Yeah. Where did you go, anyway?
I told you I tried to go to town and I couldn't.
I'm amazed to think you could have gotten there all the way on foot.
Well, it was the only way I could think of to get to Robert without leading him to you.
You don't think he would have nailed you to the wall until you told him where you'd been?
Julian, you're acting like this is some 40s movie or something where we can run off and hide forever, but it doesn't work. It didn't even work then. They always got caught.
Yeah. Well, we gotta stay till Anna's trial is over, sweetheart.
That is exactly why I wanted to go to town. If Anna is convicted because I didn't show up to testify, it's not just bad for her, it makes me look worse.
You use your head for a second. Whoever tried to hit Olivia again last night could not have been Anna. They're going to get whoever that was, and Anna will be freed, and you'll be free, and this thing will be over.
Oh, and we could just skip off into the sunset.
Could.
Oh, no, we can't. We can't because my whole life has just gone down the toilet. And I can't forget that. And even if he never speaks to me again, I will always love Robert Scorpio.
Excuse me. Hey, dude, where's Anna Lavery's trial going on?
She's in here. It's Judge Devane in courtroom.
Oh, thanks.
Sorry, it's all pulled up.
Oh, I have an important message for Duke Lavery, the lady's husband, and he can't wait.
You'll have to wait until the next recess.
Hey, dude, you're jerking my string. I have to see the man.
The x-rays revealed that the bullet lodged near the spine in an area that made it impossible to remove without lengthy and potentially fatal surgery.
What caliber bullet is it?
I really can't say that looking at the x-rays.
Do you think Olivia will recover from her comatose state?
I'm just a doctor. That's in God's hands.
You think she's gonna die?
Well, I think we're all going to die eventually, Mr. Baldwin. Actually, that's impossible to say, but many people have recovered from worse injuries.
No further questions.
The defense has no cross with this witness, Your Honor.
Thank you, Dr. Jones. You are excused. The state calls Dr. Monica Quartermain. Place your left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand. Do you, Monica Quartermain, swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Please be seated.
Please state your name and occupation. Monica Quartermain. I'm a doctor at General Hospital.
Dr. Quartermain, there was a very encouraging story on the news last night that Olivia St. John was regaining consciousness. Did you see that?
I heard of it, yes.
And speculation that she might just be able to name her assailant yet again, or perhaps a different assailant. You heard about that?
Yes, I did.
Well, it turns out the rumors were false. Olivia St. John was not regaining consciousness. Isn't that true, Dr. Quartermain? Dr. Quartermain?
Yes.
Dr. Quartermain, you are the primary physician in charge of Olivia St. John's case.
Yes, I am.
Not only were you in charge, but you were present a few weeks ago. Olivia St. John, in fact, did regain consciousness for a few brief moments.
Yes.
Who else was present at that time?
Well, the usual ICU personnel.
Who else?
Commissioner Robert Scorpio.
Could they all hear what Olivia said?
Objection, Your Honor. Dr. Quartermain can't possibly know what anybody else can hear.
Agreed. What did Olivia say that you could hear?
Well, I mean, she was disoriented, she was rambling. I mean, she had been in a coma for several days.
Okay. Let's narrow this thing down. Robert Scorpio gave testimony that he asked Olivia who shot her. Did you hear him ask her that question?
Yes, I did.
And what did this seriously injured woman, a woman who thought perhaps that she was going to die...
Objection, Your Honor. Counsel can't possibly know what Olivia St. John was thinking that day or any other day.
Yes, Mr. Baldwin, it's very poetic, but inadmissible.
Dr. Quartermain, how did Olivia St. John answer Mr. Scorpio's question?
She said it was Anna Lavery that shot her.
Order.
Your Honor, that's the prosecution's case. We rest.
Mr. Meyer, you have a cross-examination coming before you start your defense.
No, Your Honor, we have no questions for Dr. Quartermain, and the defense is ready.
All right, you're excused, Dr. Quartermain. Thank you very much. Go ahead, Mr. Meyer.
Your Honor, the jury has already heard my opening statement, so I won't repeat myself. The defense case rests 4 legs on the truth. No one knows the truth better than the accused herself, since she was present on the night Olivia St. John was shot. She and she alone, of all the people that were known to be there, can give a first-hand account of the events of that night. For the first witness, the defense calls Anna Lavery, Your Honor.
Place your left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand. Do you, Anna Devane Lavery, swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I most certainly do.
Please be seated.
Now we'll find out what really happened.
Please state your name and occupation.
My name is Anna Devane Lavery, and I am a licensed private investigator.
This pair of lovebirds just appeared in your house. You have no idea who sent them?
No, I had no way of knowing where they came from, except for what Olivia said to my daughter.
What did Olivia St. John say to your
Objection,
daughter?
Your Honor. If he wants to hear from Robin, he can put her on the stand.
No, I could never allow that. My daughter's been put through enough by that woman already.
No. Order. Order. We understand the mother's heart, Mrs. Lavery, but I'm afraid I cannot allow what your daughter told you.
I understand, Robin.
What happened to these lovebirds, Mrs. Lavery?
A few days later, somebody broke into our house and killed one of them.
Objection, Your Honor. Does the defense have any proof that Olivia St. John did the bizarre thing?
Your Honor, a sworn statement by the man that committed this act and other acts, which we will describe later, was given to you as court document number 19. I'd like to submit this into evidence now with the same freedom from harassment that we all granted Mr. Baldwin.
So in other words, counsel just wants to forget about any kind of rules that apply to hearsay.
Your Honor, we're painting a picture here of emotional and psychological harassment against the entire Lavery family. We're not going to be able to prove to the law's satisfaction every moment of Mrs. Lavery's testimony, but every word speaks to her state of mind when she faced Olivia St. John that night.
I hear this right. He's making the case for me.
Mr. Baldwin?
In interest of fairness, we have no objection, even though technically it's nothing more than hearsay. However, it certainly does arouse my curiosity.
Proceed, Mr. Meyer.
What happened after the lovebirds were killed, Mrs. Lavery?
My daughter was taken from school by a woman pretending to be a police bodyguard for her. She was returned home later, however, and she was unharmed. But this was definitely a warning.
Why did you see this as a warning?
Well, because after that, I got a series of these very strange phone calls. They were a child kind of singing nursery rhymes, but the words, the lines had been changed to make them threatening.
Objection, Your Honor. We have no witness what was said on the telephone.
Please bear with me, Your Honor.
We still have that freedom in this country. Proceed, Mrs. Lavery.
Thank you.
Well, you know, I was being threatened. I felt I was being threatened, and I knew it. And then delivered to my door was this baby doll with its neck broken.
Okay.
Sort of like some sort of voodoo doll?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's how I felt.
Well, Mrs. Lavery, didn't you do anything to stop this or to find out who was causing it?
Yes, at one point, I flew to New York, and I confronted Olivia St. John, and I demanded that she stop harassing my family.
What did Olivia St. John say?
Well, she denied it, of course, but...
Go on.
I can't. I would be speculating on her state of mind, and I would have the assistant district attorney raise hell with me for doing that.
Speculate away, Mrs. Lavery. Catch you on the cross-exam.
Go on.
Well, she denied it, obviously, but in such a way that she was taunting me, like she wanted me to prove it.
Well, you're right, Mrs. Lavery. It is pure speculation.
Mr. Meyer, which way are you guiding your witness?
Please bear with me, Your Honor, just for a moment. Can you tell us and take us through the next event, Mrs. Lavery?
Well, next, a coral snake was put in through my bedroom window. Nothing came of it. It was killed.
And did you see this as a concrete death threat?
Oh, yes, I mean, obviously it was, you know. I mean, this is one of the most dangerous snakes in North America, and it's not very common in this area. And why it was crawling around on my bedroom floor, it was a definite attempt, murder attempt, I felt. But then, you know, what happened next was worse.
Would you like to take a break, Mrs. Lavery?
No, thank you. I prefer to continue, Your Honor. It's been hard enough getting to this point.
I'd like to remind the court and the jury what you're about to hear next in particular will be documented with evidence by the perpetrator himself. Tell us what happened next, Mrs. Lavery.
Well, next, there's an elevator in the building where my husband runs his business. Olivia had her hitman, I suppose you could call
Your Honor, this sort of slur on someone's not even accused.
Overruled. No one has been named. Continue, Mrs. Lavery.
Right. Olivia had her man hired to do some electrical work on this elevator. He disconnected the safety system, and he cut the cable, and he electrified the elevator so that
Go on.
it was meant for Duke, so that when the elevator fell, if he reached out or touched anything, he'd be electrocuted.
Very true. Mr. Lavery was not in that elevator, was he?
I was. I was in the elevator when it crashed, and it was because of that I lost my baby.
We'll have a 5-minute recess.
All right.
Would you like to go in the back for a few minutes?
No, see Duke.
Mr. Lavery? Yes. There's a lady outside says she needs to see you. Her name is Olin.
Oh, Lynn? Something's wrong with Robin. What did she say?
She didn't say, Mrs. Lavery. She just said that she has an important message for Duke.
How did it go?
Excuse me, please. What's the matter? Is it Robin?
No. Robin's just fine. She's in school, no problem. But this gal phoned you right after you split from the house, said she needed to talk to you real bad. I said, no way, Jose. But you better give me the message.
What's this? Cottage number 4, Green Lake. I don't understand. What else did she say? What she?
She said your whole future depended on it, and more important, your wife's. That's it.
I guess I'm supposed to go here then, yeah?
Babe, you're messing around with these bad dudes. That could be a setup. They could get you out there and waste you.
Oh, come on, Olin. They're no better than that. Anyway, what did this woman sound like?
Sort of a foreign generic accent. Not Chinese, I know. And she was trying to disguise her voice, but I know I've never heard her before anyway.
Okay, thank you. I'd have to remind you, take better care of Robin now.
Oh, sure. I'll meet her at school, and I'll watch her like a hawk. But that's the least of your worries.
I'm going to go back again now. I'm going to make all the other day, okay?
Hey, you give that gal my love. Hear me?
Of course I will.
Hi, is Robin all right?
No, she's fine. Olin had an urgent message for me. I don't have the telephone.
It's from.
I don't know, that's the whole thing. It says cottage number 4, Green Lake. I guess I'm supposed to go there.
An old resort, isn't it? I mean, it'd be closed now, wouldn't it?
Don't you dare go there without the police.
Please, excuse me.
No, I can take it.
It's terrible seeing you here.
Hi.
Oh, God. I have so many rocks in my head, I can't even think straight. But after I gave you that phone message, I forgot to tell you what happened right after you left the house.
Well, tell me what happened.
Well, Mr. Scorpio came with the fudge, I guess, part of his lab team.
Did he have a search warrant?
He said this would help Anna's case, so I let him in.
What were they looking for?
I don't know, but they were all over your bedroom like a coat of paint. I guess whatever he was looking for, he found it.
Well, what did he find? Did he take something away with him?
Yeah, it was some little thing he put in a plastic bag in his pocket.
Did you see what it was?
No, but I heard Mr. Scorpio say to his driver, get me to the airport ASAP.
Oh, well, I just wonder what had to be in our bedroom that Scorpio knew about that we didn't know about that was important to the case.
Well, I don't know, but at least he's working on the case, which is why I went to New York.
Well, given his recent track record, I wouldn't count on him too much. Anyway, I'm going to go up to this place.
You did.
I will.
Be careful.
All right, there you are. You have your gun trained on Olivia. What happened?
Well, there was a knock at the door, and it distracted me, and I was also feeling rather sick and having just lost the baby. And Olivia came towards me, and she grabbed the gun.
Did the gun go off?
No, it didn't. No, we struggled for a while. We struggled, and she overpowered me because I didn't feel very well, and she took the gun, and I thought that was it. I thought she was going to shoot me, but she didn't. Instead, she pushed me out the door. She pushed me out the door, and she closed it. Now, I imagine that she wanted to get down to the summit meeting, and that's why she just didn't want anything to stop her.
Objection, Your Honor. Witness is speculating on somebody else's state of mind.
Sustained. The jury will disregard Mrs. Lavery's last remark.
What happened then?
I was outside the door, and I was feeling rather sick, so I leant on the wall. And then I heard shots from inside.
How many shots were fired?
Maybe 5 or 4, I'm not sure exactly. So I went to the door, and I tried the handle and it was unlocked, so I pushed the door open. And Olivia was lying on the floor. She'd been shot. And next to her was a gun, which I thought was mine. It was the same make and model.
You went in?
Yes, I did. I thought perhaps I should do something. Then I heard somebody moving around in the bedroom. It was a very large suite. There was a bedroom on the other side of the living room. And I thought that that was the person who'd shot Olivia. So I picked up the gun, which I thought was mine, to protect myself. And that's when Duke Lavery, Commissioner Scorpio, and Sean Donnelly came in. I mean, I know how it looked. I was standing there, holding a gun that had just been fired. I was standing over Olivia's body, but I mean, as much as I despise this woman for what she's done to my family and to my child and me, I swear I did not shoot Olivia St. John.
Thank you, Mrs. Lavery. I have no more questions for this witness, Your Honor.
Very well.
He just buried himself. The case he just presented, you're right.
The court will recess for 1 hour for lunch, and I assume the district attorney will be ready to cross-examine at 1:30?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm looking forward to it.
All rise.
I owe a deep debt of gratitude to my esteemed colleague-in-law, Mr. Meyer. I'm not new to law, but I am new to the district attorney's office, and to be perfectly honest with you, a win in a difficult case like this would truly impress my boss.
Order.
Mr. Meyer, by allowing his client to build the very case that I would have built, has gone a long way to help me with that goal. Thank you, Jake. I would also like to thank Mrs. Lavery. Open, forthright testimony for actions and motives that led up to and including the night Olivia St. John was shot. I know that I have a much clearer picture as to why she went to the suite with a gun. However, there's this one item that I think needs to be brought up. I'm going to ask Mrs. Lavery about it. Mrs. Lavery, you told court everything there is to know about this case?
Yes, I think so. Everything that relates to me.
Everything?
Yes, everything.
Are you sure?
Your Honor, why is the prosecutor harassing the witness?
Good question. Mr. Baldwin.
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor. I don't mean to. I'm just a little amazed that the relationship between Olivia St. John and Anna Lavery's husband, Duke Lavery, hasn't been brought up.
There's a good reason for that, Your Honor. Nobody asked about it. And since my learned attorney is so familiar with the law, I'm sure he realizes that he should be responding to the items on the table only.
He is right, Mr. Baldwin.
Well, Your Honor, he is and he isn't. I can understand why he's keeping it under the table instead of putting it right on top of the table here, because we're supposed to be getting to the truth, but so far,
is the prosecutor calling me a liar? Is he calling
Address
my
your
client a liar?
questions to the bench, both of you. Mr. Meyer, please. Address your questions.
Please. I know what Mr. Baldwin is trying to say. But, my husband slept with Olivia St. John. And she used it to blackmail Duke, and she went as far as to say that she was pregnant. But she wasn't pregnant. I mean, she was lying.
Mrs. Lavery, every time you saw Olivia St. John, that must have been on your mind. The vision of your husband in bed with
Your
her
Honor.
must have been horrible.
Imputing motives on my client that she's never claimed.
Sustained.
Talk about your motives for murder.
Same objection, Your Honor.
Sustained, Mr. Baldwin.
Tell us about this gun that you were holding. As it turns out, it wasn't your gun. That sort of got lost somewhere. Whose gun was it?
I don't know. It was unidentified and the numbers had been ground off.
Well, where was your gun?
I don't know.
Well, the police found it. People's Exhibit 3. Where did the police find this gun?
They found it in a dresser in my bedroom.
In your home?
Yes.
But you said you had this pointed at Olivia St. John. How did it get back there?
I don't know.
You were chief of police, right?
Yes.
So you would have access to such underground weapons.
Objection, Your Honor. Pure speculation.
Withdrawn. All right, let's get back to your state of mind when you went to Olivia St. John's suite, knowing how you felt about that woman. How, when she spent the night with your husband, they were intertwined
Objection, Your
naked
Honor.
in the front.
All right. I went there to kill her. I wanted to shoot her.
Order. Order.
I would have done that.
I managed just fine, thanks.
Duke?
Too bad you didn't die the first time, Julian. Julian's been alive all this time, and you knew it.
No, Duke, listen to him.
No, you be quiet. I've had enough lies from Jerome's.
You gonna let me explain?
Explain what? How you rose from the dead? This isn't the Bible, mate.
I'm gonna make you understand.
Understand? You don't understand what you did to my wife, what you did to my family.
Duke, no!
The trial of Port Charles' former police chief and wife of club owner Duke Lavery has been recessed until tomorrow. Meanwhile, sources inform us that police are following new clues which could lead to other suspects. However, they've named no one. Now music for your listening pleasure.
I'm talking about new suspects. That's hopeful, huh?
I don't know how she stands it. I gotta turn this off. Poor Anna, and she has to live it. Oh, no.
Oh, I'm dreadfully sorry I'm late, but when I tell you the reason, you won't care.
You don't say.
Well, there's more important things than food.
Oh, I see.
Such as?
Hello, Colton. Well, of all people, you should know. Ruby, I'll make it all up to you. I'll take care of everything. But I should call my cousin Robert, and then I may have to leave again. But that depends on his reaction. He'll never believe it. I hardly can.
Have you followed one word she has to say?
I caught everything right up until hello, Colton, then she lost me.
Oh, but I found exactly what Robert's looking for. A person that can tell him who shot Olivia St. John. A witness.
Ah, gentlemen, where have you been? Did you miss me?
No, it's not what we missed, it's what you missed.
Yeah, Anna incriminated herself in court today.
What happened?
Exactly what she shouldn't do. She admitted going over to Olivia's hotel room.
With the intent of shooting it. Damn it, I knew that would happen. Why did Jake have to put her on the stand?
Well, why don't you ask him? Where the hell have you been, anyway?
New York, in the lab.
And?
Come home with a new lead.
And?
What you want? No. You come with me to Port Charles, buddy. Both of you, get up! We're gonna get Anna free. Get up! Hurry up! Get what you need. Hurry up.
Go on.
Come on.
I took the forensics people back to Anna's bedroom.
To do what?
Look for something they missed.
Hey, those boys don't miss very much.
This time around they did. We come up with some dark hair that was found in the drawer where Anna keeps her gun.
It's probably Anna's.
Not necessarily.
All right, Duke's then. He has dark hair, too.
Yeah, Robin, for that matter.
And Lynn. So what are you trying to prove? That everybody in the household has dark hair?
Samples of hair were taken from everybody in the house and will be compared up against those the forensics.
And you're hoping that the DNA analysis is going to prove that this strand of hair came from someone outside of the household.
Right. A minuscule sample can reveal age, race, even sex. Quite amazing.
You know, I hate to break your bubble, old buddy, but if we don't have a strand of hair from the real culprit, as amazing and revealing as these tests may be, they're going to be useless to us.
You Irish are always such a pessimistic lot, aren't you?
Hey, that was my people too.
Well, I guess it's up to me to keep the light alive at the end of the tunnel. Look, who knows what might emerge from this little tidbit? And as any great detective knows, from little tidbits, great cases grow.
Only if they're properly watered over a long period of time, which is one commodity we do not have. Tomorrow is very crucial for Anna in that courtroom.
I know that.
All right, you also know that if we're going to help her, we need something more substantial than just a strand of hair.
Hang on,
That's a familiar voice.
Familiar is the word. That sounds like the dulcet tones of my cousin, Prunella.
There, I told you. Oh, wait till you see what I have for you, Cousin Robbie. Come in, Lovey. Don't be shy. Come in. Lovey, this is Mr. Donnelly, Chief Lewis, and of course my cousin Robert Scorpio. Gentlemen, this is Myrtle.
I do. Your friend is...
Oh, don't be put off.
I don't want to make you nervous here. We just...
Robert, can we get on with this, please?
Good idea. Well, Prunella says that you have a story for us.
I know lots of stories.
The one about the woman you saw sneaking out of the hotel, Lovey.
I see a lot of women sneaking in and out of a lot of hotels.
Look, do we really need all this?
Yes, but about the woman that snuck out of the Port Charles Hotel, the delivery entrance, and on the night that somebody got shot?
That night? Huh.
Yeah, you told me about it. Remember, Lovey? She did. She knows the whole story.
Well, let's let her tell it. Come on. Have a seat.
I'm going. I don't like it here.
Oh, we love having you.
No, you don't, and you won't believe me either.
Try us.
Tell the nice gentleman what you saw that night, Lovey, please.
They're not gentlemen. They're cops.
She's had a few negative experiences, Robert.
She's about to have another.
Robert, Myrtle, look, we really do need your help. And there's nothing to be afraid of because we're not going to hurt you.
That's my spot outside the kitchen. They give me food.
Look, no one's going to take away your spot. But you see, we have an innocent woman on our hands now who's in a very rough spot, and it's just possible that you can help us.
Yeah, why you want to know about the lady I saw sneak out the back and speed off in that big fancy car?
I'll get a stenographer.
No. Let's hear it from her first. This lady, you know her?
I figured she was a thief. Stole somebody's precious jewels or something.
It was Olivia's real assassin making her getaway, Robert.
Did you get a good look at her?
It's kind of dark.
What time?
She told me it was just about the time she heard the news people say the shots were fired.
Is this true?
I'm hungry.
We'll send out. Tell us about this woman. Huh?
Well, she was yay tall, nice figure.
Young, old?
Under all that makeup, I couldn't tell. I'll have a cheeseburger, medium rare.
Right. Did you see her face?
Sorta. And pickles, lots of pickles.
Right. Would you recognize her again?
Maybe.
Robert, this is becoming a waste of time.
Maybe not. Listen, while we're waiting for this cheeseburger, why don't you go for this nice gentleman here and describe what you just told us to another nice gentleman who'll do a drawing. Lewis?
Come on, right this way, ladies.
Sure.
Oh, I wouldn't miss it for the world, Robert.
And a large order of fries, extra ketchup.
Right, I've just about got it here, I think.
You're grasping at straws.
She forgot to order a drink.
Damn it, Robert, what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to get this order down. I did say I'd feed her. Listen, if there's going to be any validity in all to what she said, we have to get it over to Jake soon, immediately.
No, what we have to get to Jake to help Anna is Julian and Cheryl.
Lois, what have you got? Any progress?
According to the latest reports?
I don't want to hear reports. I want bodies, all right? Here, we got to feed Aunt Myrtle.
Well, let me try to have to.
Why not?
I was going to call you, honey.
No, you were not going to call me, and I don't think you thought about dinner, did you? Neither one of you did.
Well, thank you for thinking of us.
Well, actually, I was thinking to myself because I want to know about my sister, and I thought maybe if I fed you, you might tell me what's going on now.
When I know, darling, you will know.
Oh, come on, Robert. You have to know something by now.
Well, honey, one thing we do know, we're waiting for a lab report from New York.
Look, I know it's frustrating and all, but he's right. We're on you. Yeah, come here.
All right, I got something here I think you're going to be interested in looking at.
Oh, g'day, Tiffany. Oh, you beat me to it. I was about to see these gentlemen.
You may have bet us for something a whole lot more, Pruny.
I like it when you call me that, Robert.
Look.
What is this?
Composite sketch. Did a very good job, Myrtle.
It was a regular Picasso.
Couldn't do a lot with the face because she didn't give him enough detail.
It was hard to see.
But the hair was dark. You sure of that?
Positive. Sort of curly, bushy. About this long.
And she was wearing a formal gown, black.
And shiny, like that big car she jumped into.
Could be black silk. No coat?
Don't ask me. Look at the picture.
You know, this kind of looks like, you know, what's her name? The one that was with the, you
Victor
know...
Jerome.
Yeah.
Demetra.
Demetra. And I wish it wasn't.
How come?
Because at the time Olivia was shot, our videotapes show that Demetra and Victor were in the ballroom at the mob party.
And as we all know, it's impossible to be in two places at once, so she can't be the person we're looking for.
Oh, you mean we haven't solved the case for you?
You've come as close as anybody.
We appreciate your help, Myrtle. We really do.
Can I have a picture?
Afraid not. It's police property.
Cops. I told you.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you very much.
Come on, lovey.
This way, please. Thank you.
Ta-da, everyone.
Bye-bye. All right, old buddy, what now?
You tell me.
Commissioner.
Leave it, will you? We're busy.
This might help, sir.
Wait a minute. Do we have statements?
Not yet, sir. I can tell you everything you need to know.
Listen, I want full statements.
Robert,
From everybody.
Commissioner, I'm Julian Jerome.
I know who you are.
You ought to know something. She tried to come to you sooner, and I stopped her.
He tried to stop me from killing Olivia.
Look, I'm going to put an end to this right now.
Why don't you listen to what everybody has to say?
I don't want to hear it from you. Listen, get them all out of here and prep her for a lineup, okay? Right away.
Robert, all right, Tiffany.
Yeah, do it out there, will you? And listen, find that Myrtle woman, get her right back here.
Yes, sir.
And hold your own for questioning. Now, how did you find them?
Somebody called the house and gave Olin a message.
Who?
I don't know who it was. She said to disguise their voice.
Why in the hell didn't you tell me this sooner?
There wasn't enough time. As far as I knew, you were in New York.
All right, you guys, don't start all over again, okay? The most important thing is he brought them in, Robert. Now Jake has a case to counterattack Baldwin's case against Anna.
Yeah, thank you.
You know where to find me?
Be a damned idiot sometimes.
Oh, come on. Will you come off this idiot stuff?
This is all about time, Sean. Time. Jake just probably hasn't got enough of it left.
Honey, everything's gonna be okay. I know it's gonna be okay. I'm just so glad that you're home. Oh, and you can't believe how relieved Robert is. I know he is so relieved over this.
Robert couldn't care less if he ever laid eyes on me again. It's over.
No, honey, I'm sure it was just a shock, that's all.
He couldn't even look at me. He wouldn't give Julian a chance.
Well, just, okay, what if, for instance, that Robert didn't care? What if he didn't want to see you anymore? I mean, does it really matter to you? I mean, who are you in love with? Are you in love with Robert? Or are you in love with Julian?
I really don't know what else I can tell you. That's all there was to it.
Okay, let's go back over what we've established here. We've established you knocking on the door of Olivia's suite. We've established finding Cheryl, struggle, firing the shots. Now let's go back through that again.
It was one shot. The gun fired once, and it went wild.
Yeah, none of this is going to help Anna. I mean, we have to establish that there was somebody else in that suite that could have done Olivia damage.
Look, Julian, we know you're trying to protect Cheryl, but she said there were 2 shots.
Look, I'm running out of patience here. There's an innocent woman's life on the line.
Just tell us the truth.
I'm trying.
Yeah. What do you got?
Okay, you got the report from New York.
Okay, listen, we haven't finished with him yet. Take him away.
Okay, let's go.
Thank you. All right, what have we got?
Two things of significance. Hairs from the bedroom of male, 25 to 30. They're not Dukes.
Who then?
Julian's a strong possibility. We'll get a hair sample.
Yeah. Who the hell his friend is here?
Getting Myrtle ready. All right. Her memory seems intact. Her hearing and her speech don't seem too bad. Let's check out her eyesight. Pretty little angel eyes. Pretty little angel eyes. Pretty little...
Do you have to do that?
Only if you have to do that.
I hate to wait, Robert.
Because we never learned how.
Okay, we're ready. I hope you are, because there's an army of press people out there.
Do it that way.
Cheryl says
I'm sorry, no comment. This case will be determined in court, not by the man.
Not coming.
This man clear out.
No, Jess, well, give him a second.
She shouldn't be here. Oh, come on. She deserves to be here. Besides, it doesn't hurt anybody. It could hurt a whole lot.
We're ready.
Send them in.
Oh, my God.
Easy.
Forward. Turn right. Turn left. Step back.
Do you recognize anyone?
Not so as I can be sure.
What about number 3?
I don't know.
You take a good look.
No. The woman I saw was taller, darker skin. She's not there.
Okay, that's it. Okay, let's go, ladies.
Fine. What now?
Me and Cheryl's off the hook, honey.
Thank you for your help.
Oh, yes, Myrtle, thank you very much. We appreciate everything you've done. So why don't you finish your cheeseburger and go out and buy yourself some dessert, huh?
Well, don't worry, Tiff. Cheryl's in the clear. Her boyfriend's statement backs her up.
Which puts us where?
With the killer. Still out there somewhere. And maybe, just maybe, a few strands of hope that'll lead us to him.
Well, what about Cheryl?
I'm gonna hold her in Jerome overnight. Jake wants to put him on the stand tomorrow.
Maybe that'll put enough doubt in the jury's mind to get Anna off.
It should. But as we all know, shoulds don't work too well in our world. The question is, will it?
Thank you.
What happened?
I'm sorry, I got back as fast as I could.
Well, why didn't my case go on this morning?
All I heard, the judge was called away to grand jury hearing, and he postponed your case until 2 o'clock.
Oh, my goodness.
I know. You thought all charges have been dropped. Not yet, I'm sorry.
But Cheryl and Julian still going to testify?
Yeah, the assessor right here in the newspaper.
Good. You know, when I didn't hear anything, I didn't know what was going to happen.
Well, Robert assures me they're going to be in court as planned. Let's just hope they have enough evidence of all charges against you dropped.
If we had gone to court as scheduled this morning, the papers would have been too late.
He tried to keep the lid on the witnesses as long as he could.
I know he did. But by 2 o'clock this afternoon, that courthouse is going to be a madhouse.
Maybe the lousy weather out there will keep the crowds down, but I doubt it.
So do I.
What the hell is going on?
Oh, not here. What the hell do you want? Scorpio trying to pull? I read the statements on Jerome and Stansberry. This so-called new evidence is nothing but a bunch of garbage.
How would you know?
You asked to see me.
We have to talk.
You haven't had second thoughts about testifying, have you?
No. No, if it will help Anna, I want to testify.
So what am I doing here? Unless, of course, you remembered something else you neglected to tell me.
No, I've told you everything. I just can't stand this coldness between us.
What'd you expect?
I expected you to be angry. I was hoping that you might forgive me. Robert, I have to know where we stand. I have to know if you're even going to try to forgive me. I love you.
I find that rather curious. I've heard about people that love more than one person. I often wondered how that worked. Or are you going to deny that you lied to me over and over again to protect the other man you love? Tell me, how do you manage to love two people at once?
Robert, please don't do this. I was wrong. I admit it. I should have told you everything in the first place. I know that.
Well, I understand. You had to protect your lover.
He's not my lover. He hasn't been in years. This is all a mistake.
You could say that.
Can't you at least try to see my side? Can't you understand why I did what I did?
I'm trying.
No, you're not. You've already just written me off. You just think you won't be able to trust me again.
Well, I'm sorry you don't like what you see. It's just that I have this thing about being lied to. It makes me very cautious.
I understand. I was just hoping that you loved me enough to want to try. To give me another chance. Haven't you ever made a mistake?
Oh, yeah. I'm the first to admit it, too. My mistake was allowing my feelings to blind myself to the facts.
So I guess it's over between us.
Is there anything else you wanted to ask?
Just one thing. Did you ever really love me?
I loved you as much as I can ever allow myself to love anyone.
I see. You're one of those people that finds it hard to accept love and even harder to give it.
Is that your expert opinion, Doctor?
Oh, I might not be an expert, but I think it's accurate. The love you felt for Holly and Anna, that was a rare occurrence for you, wasn't it?
That's the point.
The point is, I could never compare with them. And I was foolish to think I could.
All right, sir. Sorry to interrupt, but Scotty Baldwin is in your office, and he is not a happy camper.
You don't even have a clue who shot Olivia.
Well, what we do know is both Julian and Shell were on the balcony and the shots were fired from Shell's gun.
Well, it must have been one of them.
Well, according to their story, Julian said he tried to stop Shell from firing and therefore deflected the bullets.
Someone has to be a good shot, and if it isn't one of them, who is it?
I don't know.
But if there was somebody else there in the room, why didn't they see them?
Well, they claim that the drapes were closed and they were only open sufficiently for them to see Olivia. They couldn't see anybody else.
What good are these people going to be to me? They would have heard me threatening Olivia. They've got to tell that in court.
I said, that is not the important thing. It doesn't matter whether either one of them shot Olivia or somebody else. The important thing is Jake believes they have enough evidence to get all charges against you dropped.
Well, I hope the judge agrees with him. Why didn't Cheryl come forward earlier? Did she think she was going to be accused?
Well, either that or she was covering for Julian. I don't know.
He must have been the one that switched the guns to frame me.
Hey, I thought he was a good friend of mine, but then again, I thought he was dead for the past 7 months.
Or else he's protecting Cheryl.
Well, they both swear they didn't go into the room and neither of them touched the gun that you were holding.
Well, who did switch the guns then?
Anna, that is not... We can't worry about that. Let's let Robert worry about that. The important thing is that hopefully they'll give testimony, they'll get you off.
Oh, I'm tired of all this. I just want to go home.
You will go home. You've got to believe it. Come on, I believe it. Pretty soon we're going to be home together. Hey, you'll be there in time to see Robin dance in the school show.
How is she?
She's like you. Tough.
Oh, don't know what I'd do without you.
I have an idea you'll probably lead a fairly normal, slow life, and then you might die of boredom before too long.
I would, probably. If you hadn't found Julian...
If I hadn't found Julian, believe you me, I'd have broken you out of this place.
Oh, perfect.
Well, hopefully they'll save us the trouble.
I can't help feeling sorry for Robert, you know. I think he sort of loves Cheryl in his own way.
Well, that may be, but Robert's feelings are not the important thing at this point. I think let's look upon Cheryl as your key out of this place, shall we?
You know what we have to find out? Who it was that called you to tell you to go to that place to find them.
Victor, what are you doing?
Did you see this? Mystery witnesses to testify in shooting?
I know what you're thinking.
I'm thinking I have a pretty good idea who these witnesses are. Damn it.
This is why I didn't want you to see the paper, because I knew you jumped to conclusions.
This is why I haven't heard from Julian.
Don't upset yourself. You don't know for sure.
He's been protecting that woman.
Oh, so you now believe that Cheryl shot Olivia?
If she didn't, God forbid, then Julian did. Either way, the police must have found them, and now they're going to be testifying.
How can you know that? Those witnesses could be anyone.
Sweetheart, I practically gave Cheryl Stansbury an engraved invitation to do it.
That doesn't mean that she did it. You're upsetting yourself over nothing. Why don't you wait and see?
I can't wait. I'm going to call my lawyer. If they do have Julian, he's going to need help.
Well, if you think you should.
Yes, and if what I hear is true, I want to be in that courtroom this afternoon.
Yes. I suppose we should both be there.
I'm going to call my lawyer now.